Welcome back. You're watching Pathfinders, and in this special feature, we put the spotlight on emerging builders from the south. Here's a glimpse of our conversation with one of Chennai's most reputed builders, VGN Property Developers. Have a look. With over 20 million square feet of residential real estate under development, VGN's tenure has spanned over 7 decades. The developer is perhaps best known for the depth and breadth of its product portfolio across its pan-Chennai presence. Having built its legacy by helping homeowners achieve exponential returns on their investments, VGN Property Developers has now set its sights on the ultra-luxury segment. We explore the company's approach to conceiving world-class homes that have become the industry benchmark. With a 75-year history in residential real estate, how does VGN go about identifying new residential corridors for development in the city of Chennai?
You see, VGN was founded in the year 1942 by my great-grandfather. So from 1942, we have been into brick manufacturing. In 1985, my father got into real estate development, the largest plot developer in the city of Chennai in the 1980s and the 90s. My father has developed certain parts of the city of Chennai, like Mogappair and Ambattur, and on the the Grand State Trunk Road, GST Road, and the CTH Road. So we've always been a very, very strong brand to reckon with. From 2006, we've got into residential development. Since then, we've delivered about 4,500 to 5,000 homes. So I think we've got the knack of identifying residential corridors sorted out. But what we generally look at when we identify a residential corridor is its connectivity in terms of road connectivity, transportation, road transportation, railway connectivity, how far it is from the airport, and also the social infrastructure, the daily necessities of life, like hospitals, schools, colleges. And I think these are the aspects that we look at before identifying a site. If it's not fitting within our parameters, we will not go ahead and do a project there.
Now, there are several complex dynamics in play when it comes to residential real estate in Chennai.
Chennai has really grown for the last 7-8 years, if you've seen, in terms of the purchasing capacity, in terms of the income levels because of the IT and the infrastructure development. So what's happened, we've always made sure that we've done our projects to cater to the various segments of the society. So we have apartments right starting from 20 lakhs till 3 crores. So we've ensured that we've gone from large housing, affordable housing projects to even city-centric projects, which are more luxurious because of the land costs involved. So I think that's the change that has happened with VGN also.
Has it been a challenge at all to essentially graduate from a player in the affordable housing segment of the market to now tapping into the ultra-luxury?
Not really, I would say, because see, in both segments, you will have to go through the same process of acquiring land, getting approvals, and your design engineering. And so I think that the principles are the same. It just comes in terms of the finishes. For example, we have a project called Stafford, which is in Ambattur. It's about 9 kilometers from Ananaga. So there, if you see, it's a much larger project, about 20 acres of land, 1,500 apartments. So you have projects like that. Then you have a project called Costa, which is it's a holiday home. Every morning when you wake up, you can see the Bay of Bengal. So that's a different project. So I don't think it's a challenge. I think it's just that you'll have to understand what is the taste and preference of the consumer.
Well, how would you describe VGN's design philosophy broadly speaking? And what sort of evaluations are made at the engineering level to ensure that customer expectations are met?
So what we do is basically, positive energy is the most important thing for a house. So for this you need good sunlight, good ventilation systems. So what we do is all our projects are all Vastu compliant, if you see. And we've ethically taken a view that we will not do apartments below a certain size. And more importantly, what we do is also in terms of value engineering. We don't overload the project, because if you have inefficiencies in the design, what you will have to do is invariably you'll have to load the cost onto the consumer. Excess is not good always. So loading too much on, let's say for example, on a certain design of the project, on a certain electrical design or a plumbing design is not necessary. You'll have to give what is required.
The portfolio that VGN offers has constantly evolved. How much of that growth has been strategy versus purely organic and customer driven?
See, initially we used to do projects which were in the suburban parts of the city of Chennai, large projects, about 1,500 apartments, 2,000 apartments. But what's happened is we've always thought that we want to be city centric, because we, in terms of the branding and all that, we wanted to cater to all segments of the society. That was the second thing. So having a house about 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs, now we have about 75 lakhs, 1 crore, 1.5 crores. So we have across the spectrum, and also it's evolving. You cannot keep doing what you're doing 15 years back. You have to value time. So I think that's important.
With the increasing number of IT parks emerging on the fringes of the city, what does that mean for the scope of organized residential real estate in Chennai going forward?
See, the most important things have always been delivery and good quality and appreciation for the customers. That's the most important thing. I think with the RERA bill coming in, only the organized players can remain in this sector. The fly-by-night operators will vanish. So that's so unless you have your strong principles, unless you have companies with good systems, good ethics, a good organization, good people, only these companies that believe in these values only can stand the test of time.
Well, there are many builders from outside Chennai that are now looking to enter this city. How do you withstand the competition and ultimately win over the client?
See, real estate goes through cycles just like any other industry. Every 10, 15 years you go through a real estate cycle. I think we've been here for 75 years, we've stood the test of time. Competition is always a very, very good thing for the customer. For the end customer, it's a fantastic thing because you get to choose. And what happens is also good for the builder because the competition is always there at the end of the corner, at the round, So you'll have to push your levels, you'll always keep thinking about continuous improvement, pushing your systems to better, putting your organization at a better level. Far more efficiencies will be built. So it's very, very good for the customer. But I think again, if you have all your basics right, and if you are, if you're confident about what you're doing, I think there's nothing to worry about.
75 years in the business, as we've said, and over 20 million square feet of residential real estate under development. What does it take to maintain relevance in the heart and mind of the customer?
See, real estate is a very different game. It's all about, the testimonial, no matter how much advertising you do, it's ultimately your existing customer that is going to be your best brand ambassador. We believe in that. So we focus on our existing projects, and most of our sales happen through word of mouth. Of course, we advertise, but word of mouth is by far the strongest, decision-making spark, I would say, for the consumer. So I think VGN brand is here to stay for sure, and we've got that strong foundation, that strength.
Well, building on that, are there new areas of property development that VGN intends to delve into in the future? Uncharted territory.
It's all based on the market scenario and the dynamics and actually what's making economic sense. At the moment, we are extremely comfortable with the residential real estate. So I think we'll stick to where we are right now to finish our existing project. We'll focus on what we are doing, we'll deliver what we are doing, build stronger values, bring stronger foundations, be a real brand to reckon with in South India. And that's what our passion is, our vision is. So and I think we'll take it a step at a time, and then we will slowly build on that.
With its long-standing track record of delivering well-lit, well-designed and well-ventilated homes in Chennai's most strategic locations, VGN has become a brand that generations of residents have come to trust. Its expertise across all forms of residential real estate, from apartment complexes to holiday homes and ultimately luxury townships, has offered Chennai's urban dwellers choice. By placing an equal emphasis on modern amenities and more traditional comforts, VGN is among the emerging builders from the south that's revolutionizing real estate opportunities in the region.
Well, that brings this episode of Pathfinders to a close. I'm Pooja Jain, signing off from the city of Chennai, where real estate has risen from the rubble. We'll see you next time.